I like the independent.cock. You look at an article about Epstein, and the picture they show you is with Zelensky. They're journalisming hard right now. But anyway, my take on this, I believe that in the year 2800, you're going to still have the tradition of an American president that is running his campaign, and he will promise that if he is elected, he is going to reveal the Epstein files. Now, in 2800, no one would remember who Epstein was. They probably don't even use files, but it's tradition at that point. Like it becomes like a cargo cult ingrained in the cultural psyche, and it's just a thing that presidents do before getting elected. I have never seen a more PR disaster than this shit. It's kind of like a phone battery where the person doesn't want to fully charge it to 100%, but doesn't want to let it die either. So like it keeps it at a 25 in a status of undeaf. This is exactly what I think about this scandal. Like, they're not going full with it and just reveal the files, and at the same time, they just don't want to let it die. And so it's going to keep getting reanimated. Like 10 years in the future, I'm willing to bet they're going to still talk about, oh, we're finally unsealing the files, and then you're going to get some black photos. So, for those that don't remember what happened, let me put it this way, and why this is absolutely hilarious. Hilarious in a way that actually makes you cry. This is why the Greeks understood that drama and comedy go hand in hand. So you got this guy Epstein, right? And he's running his little human trafficking island where kids are getting molested by allegedly some of the most wealthy and powerful people in the world. And he gets arrested for it. He commits suicide. No one believes it because if you actually like take Epstein's suicide and you try to make it in a movie, EFAP is going to tear it apart. Like the plot just doesn't make sense. It's a suspension of disbelief. It's like, okay, so he used what, like toilet paper? And both of the guards were asleep? And the footage doesn't exist? And so you had like people on the left and people on the right just not believing it. I guess like the only difference was that the people on the left were saying that it's being censored because Donald Trump was there, and people on the right were saying it's censored because Hillary Clinton was there. But regardless of the fact, I mean, it's a huge controversy and eventually just blows off. Because that's how the internet works. Like, people have a 24-hour attention span, and after that, it just goes off the news cycle. And then you have Donald Trump coming up and basically saying, hey, if you vote for me, I will show you the files. And people are like, wow, holy shit. Okay, so like, there is a possibility we can actually see the files? That's fucking insane. Okay, let's vote for this guy. He gets into office. In the beginning, he's like, yeah, I'll show you the files. And then he doesn't show the files. And it's baffling because, like, he's the one that came up with the idea. Like, why the fuck would you bring it up if you're not going to push it all the way through, right? And then you have Elon Musk, basically a couple of weeks before Donald Trump announces that he's not going to show the files. You have Elon Musk coming up and saying, Donald isn't showing the files because he is in the files. Mark my words, one day. And it's like, what the fuck is going on, right? Like, again, if anyone is involved in a criminal activity, logic would dictate that they don't want to talk about it if it just goes off the public radar, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if you're involved into, I don't know, any type of crime, like if you're into pirating and you pirated a lot of software, right? You don't want to go into public and start talking about piracy so that people start looking into it. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's not logical. But anyway, like, Trump did it. And so, people got butthurt about it, rightfully so. Like, a lot of individuals got upset. And the way he treated the public was also bizarre. Like, there was no rational explanation. It was just like, why do you keep caring about it? Why do you have to constantly bring it up? And just to make the matter even more peculiar, is that the Democrats who could actually use this as a cudgel, I mean, I would, right? Like, the internet was doing it, right? But, like, the upper echelons, the elites, the politicians, they were shutting the fuck up. And it's like, well, hold on a little bit. How does this work, right? Like, if you have your political opponent trapped in such a blunder, like he is embarrassing himself live, Why wouldn't you capitalize on it? Like, how does that make sense? It doesn't. But anyway, the Senate then votes that, okay, we're going to finally release the files. And then they release page after page after page of Redacted. It's, again, like, it's like a comedy that's gone wrong. If you wanted to have, like, a Benny Hill shit with this, like, this is how it would play out. And so, the only thing people are left with is speculation. But you're not allowed to speculate, because then you're into conspiracy theories. But, like, fuck it, we're going to speculate anyway. Let's theorize on what people would conspire. So, the first one that's the most common is, well, Donald Trump is there himself. I personally don't think this is what's holding it up. Simply due to the fact that, as I mentioned before, like, if someone is involved into a criminal activity, especially one like this, the last thing they would want to do is put it back on the radar. Like, Donald Trump could have won the elections easily without mentioning the Epstein files at all. And so, I don't think he's there. But could one of his donors be there? Absolutely. Yeah, I think, like, it is possible that some of the Republican donors, just like some of the Democrat donors, may find themselves there, and so they may have cut the deal. It's a possibility. I don't know if this is the case, but I'm speculating, right? Because otherwise nothing makes sense. Like, the official narrative is... I mean, there is no official narrative, right? Like, there's no reason on why they keep doing this. The other one would be that the Republicans are trying to blackmail the ones on the list. So, like, they got the lists, they're looking at it, and they're like, okay, well, we can put this into the public view, and I guess, like, some people will go to prison, or we can blackmail them, and then they were going to have to pass whatever legislation we want, and they're going to have to play ball any way we want. I mean, is this not a reasonable possibility from someone that would govern in a very cynical manner? I think it is. In some nations, like, I could see it happening. Is it actually good for the people? Absolutely not. Like, you do not want elites that are there, you know, blackmailing other people's representatives. It's not just immoral, but, I mean, if this is how a nation is ran, on the butt-fucking of children, I think, like, over 80% of the population in that nation would have opinions about it. But again, you know, it's a possibility. Number 3, foreign governments were involved. Like, we already know that the royals from the UK may have had some involvement. And, you know, like, if one of America's allies was there, maybe another of the America's allies were there. And so, they don't want to embarrass foreign nations. Like, they don't want to rock the geopolitical alliance block with this scandal. A little bit unlikely, but not impossible. Especially if you have, like, people from other nations. Another one is that the whole thing was a foreign op, right? Like, another foreign nation doing it in order to have blackmail on American celebrities and politicians. Also a possibility, right? I mean, if you were, let's say, the Secret Service of a powerful state, and you want to blackmail American politicians, how else would you do it but this? Right? Like, let's spin it around. Like, let's not talk about conspiracies or anything. Like, let's put yourself as the head of a MI6 type organization, and your job is to blackmail politicians of a different country. How would you do it if not like this? Like, this would definitely be the way to do it. And finally, you know, like, maybe the official explanation that, well, there's nothing to see there is legit, although it would then question, like, why did Epstein kill himself? Like, if he was running a human trafficking organization where people were trafficked to nobody, right? Like, from what I understand, like, no one besides him and Maxwell were arrested. Like, please correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. But they're the only ones arrested, right? So, like, well, what about the guests, the people that came there to those orgies? Like, none of them are violating anything? Like, were those, like, just normal women, adults? Well, if that's the case, why the secrecy? Why the redacted? So, yeah, nothing makes sense of this. It's a complete clown show. And I do think that this scandal is just going to hover around like a fly on shit for many decades to come. I do believe it's going to be used as political ammo every single time you'll see another president run for office. And it's just like a very cheap bait and switch at this point. Again, the interesting thing is that I believe some people genuinely want to unearth it. Like there are politicians that have a conscience, and maybe they weren't involved, and so they unironically like want the whole thing to be released, but there is something out there that wants to prevent it from being released. And so whether it's because they want to have blackmail on the people involved, or maybe because some of the donors are there, or maybe because like some foreign political figures are on the list, I don't know what it is. But reality shows that, yeah, like they're never going to release these files to the public. In any satisfactory way, at least. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.